Well. Fancy seeing you here. Episode 2 of the Manchester United career mode here on the Bros Got Game channel. If you guys are enjoying this series, go ahead and smash out the like button down below because it lets me know that you guys want to see more of it. Also, don't forget Cavani left off with a bang, so I want you guys to go ahead and hashtag continue the bang. Hopefully he keeps banging in those goals for us. You can see Donny van der Beek came to me, he was like, I want more football, and I was like, yo, I'm just trying to keep you happy. I'm just going to say to him what he wants to hear, and that is there's more important games coming up that he needs to be playing, and he is going to be playing some football, and you guys are going to see, is he going to be a very big role here at Manchester United or a small role under my management? We will have to wait and see. But we have our first press conference as Manchester United manager. I answer a few questions here and there, and then I got bored, so I walked out because who's got time for this? First Premier League game of the series though. First Premier League game for Manchester United under Sonny's management. Can we pick up the 3 points? We've got Crystal Palace at their home stadium in Selhurst Park. We're looking to go out with a very big first team to make sure we make a mark on this Manchester United career mode with a strong back four. Pogba, Fernandes and Fred starting in the middle, and then we've got Rashford, Cavani and Martial playing on that left wing. I want to try and move him into that striking position, but if Cavani keeps playing the way that he's playing, there is no way that anybody is moving him out of that striking role. And look at the togetherness of the team as we get ready to play our first game against Crystal Palace, and they have the first chance of the game getting down that right hand side. I make a tackle, it comes straight back to them, they get themselves another opportunity, it hits the post, it comes back out, we then get the ball clear, it goes back to them, and this was literally how the game was ran. It was just Crystal Palace attacking me. I make mistakes defensively and somehow I win the ball there. I'm getting better defensively, alright? You're going to see a bit more defensively from me. However, it didn't work here as Batshuayi came through literally a few minutes later and made it 1-0 to Crystal Palace, and that was the way that the game starts, with a Batshuayi goal within the first half an hour of the game. But we tried to pull one back. Marcus Rashford played it into Bruno Fernandes, and it was a good save for the goalkeeper to make sure it stayed at 1-0, and that was literally the aim of the game. They were defending pretty well against me, but can they defend against Edinson Cavani? That is the real question. As he comes through one-on-one and plays it across, and Marcus Rashford pops that in to make it 1-1 and bring us back down to earth. All right, Manchester United is the best squad in the world. We are the best manager in the world, and we're going to try and win this game. And Crystal Palace were like, you know what, no. All right, Townsend made a mockery of my defense. You can tell my defending is still pretty bad, but we're trying to get better at it as he slides through my defense. Yeah, I know you like that pun. As we come forward again with Manchester United, shot again, and it's a huge tackle to keep us off target again. All right, it's not only one, it's 2 tackles to keep us off target from the defenders. They're literally putting their life on the line here to block the ball from going into the back of the net, but a corner from Manchester United is going to stop that. Big goal in the box from our boy, the one, the only Edinson Cavani, makes it 2-2, and we've rescued ourselves a point, is what you may be thinking, but guess what? You're wrong, as Manchester United come through again. We're through the centre of the park with Paul Pogba. He plays it into the youngster Mason Greenwood, and he pops it in for 3-2 Manchester United, and we're picking up the 3 points out here, boys, because that is what we do. Hashtag that comeback in the comment section down below, because we've came back against Crystal Palace to win the game 3-2 and pick up 3 points at Selhurst Park, and that's not an easy thing to do, whether you like it or not. Crystal Palace are a very good side, and we managed to beat them 3-2. Press conference later, and 3-2 to Manchester United is what they were saying the scoreline was, and I was in my own world right now. Was it 3-2? Was it 4-2? I don't know. I was literally celebrating so much that I didn't even know the scoreline, but Donny van der Beek had a role to play in that, and he knew it. He knew he could have done better as well, and that is what I said to him. Just hard work and you will get better, Donny. All right, that's all you have to remember as we move into our second game of the season, our second game of the episode, and this time we play against a very good side who's come up from the Championship last year, and that is Leeds United at Old Trafford. Though we're at home and we're here to make a bang, we're here to put out a good performance. Brandon Williams gets himself into the first team. We've got Tellez out there, Pogba plays once again, and also Mason Greenwood starts this game after his great goal at the end of the game against Crystal Palace. Let's go and win this game, boys. We've got Leeds United at Old Trafford, which means goals galore is what we're trying to do, as Greenwood plays it into Cavani, and it's 1-0 within the opening 15 minutes, and Manchester United are already leading this game, and you can see where this one's going. Goals, goals and more goals. That's what Cavani's saying there as he's punching the corner flag, and it's that link up again that plays it through into Paul Pogba, and it's 2-0 Manchester United, and we haven't even got through the first half and we're already through to our third highlight for Manchester United, as Mason Greenwood does a little bit of skill, takes one defender out of the game, takes 2 out of the game, plays it in, and it's Paul Pogba in there again to put it into the back of the net. And when you're playing Paul Pogba, you get getting him forward. He's at his best, and that's what he's showing his best against Leeds United as we lead the game 3-0. But then Leeds United weren't going to sit down and take this one. They come through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and look at that for a dink. It's absolutely sublime from Rodrigo as he runs off celebrating, but you're 3-1 down, mate. And you can see why he's celebrating, because there should be more than 3-1 down as Marcus Rashford gets a chance for a point blank, and somehow he misses it right in front of goal. But he's like Cavani. You give him a second opportunity and he will take that, his second opportunity, as he gets through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and the defender couldn't stop him from getting through to one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he makes up for that big mistake and makes it 4-1 Manchester United. But we weren't then there. No, we made a few substitutes. It's played in from Daniel James, and Fred gets in on the action. 5-1 Manchester United against Leeds at Old Trafford. You just can't write this stuff. This is what dreams were made of. But then Harry Maguire got himself sent off. Well done, Harry. But that's not all. Marcus Rashford again, he plays it through into Anthony Martial, now playing in that striking role as Cavani goes off as a substitute, and he makes it 6-1 Manchester United, and that is the way that it's going to end. We just could not stop scoring that game. Hopefully we can start doing that in other games and start winning 6-1 against literally every opponent that we come up against. As unrealistic as it is, if we can win 6-1 every game, I will be happy. A little bit of praise for Paul Pogba in a press conference later, and we're back talking to Cavani on my phone, and he's like, yo, can I extend my contract? He wants to activate his extension. I was like, there's a lot to do at the moment. Let's see where this goes. I do not want to extend Cavani's contract. However, he is putting in some very good performances, but at his age, do I really want to keep him at the club? Probably not. But talking of finances, talking of contracts, I went ahead and looked at my club and saw that there was 2 release clauses in the club, so I went ahead and quickly got rid of them. One for Wan-Bissaka and one for Palestri. See you later to those release clauses, and we move on to the next game. Our next press conference is for our biggest test yet, Chelsea Football Club at Stamford Bridge as well. And with the great signings that they made in the transfer window, we have to answer for our transfer window now. We have to try and put in a great performance. So I went with a strong 11. We went with a defensive 11. Wan-Bissaka coming back into the team. We got Matic in the team as well. Martial, Cavani and Rashford start up, not taking any chances with playing any youngsters or any second team players for this game, trying to get the win out there. Hopefully we can do that, but Chelsea start off the stronger team as David De Gea has to pull off a big save one-on-one with Havertz there to make sure it stays at 0-0. But then Chelsea win the ball back. Victor Moses on the ball down the right hand side, and we tried to get the tackle in and it just didn't work for me. I am gifting goals to my opponents right now, and I've gifted another goal away, this time to Chelsea, and they are a very strong opponent, so we can't take them lightly. But we did try and get back into the game, and they got themselves another chance. They won the ball back in the middle of the park. It went to Havertz, out wide to Timo Werner. Timo Werner one-on-one with David De Gea. I make the tackle, but they still win the ball back, and it goes to 2-0 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge against Manchester United. And I just can't take this anymore. When I try to tackle, I finally get a tackle in, and it still goes straight back to them. But a little beautiful 1-2 with Cavani. Fernandes sends it to 2-1. Can we keep it at 2-1, or can we make that hashtag comeback once again as Cavani picks up the ball and says, come on, let's go back, let's go and pick up that win, boys. But it is Chelsea. You get the first opportunity of the second half as Havertz plays it into Timo Werner. 2 signings linking up there, but David De Gea off his line early, makes sure he gets to that ball and keeps it at 2-1 for Manchester United. Great defending from him, but not great defending from me. But here is something good from me. The attacking football is on point as Cavani gets through and he makes it 2-2. Manchester United have hashtagged it again. Hashtag that comeback. It's a beautiful assist from the right hand side, and Cavani brings us back to 2-2. Chelsea get themselves an opportunity at the other end of the park. I make a tackle, he wins the ball back again. I try and make a tackle, and they've scored again. I can't take this anymore. But it's not over to the fat lady singing, and I'm not singing yet, boys, as Chelsea make it through. We're going to go ahead and make a... No, we're not going to make a save. I know you thought I was going to make a save. We were going to make a counter-attack. We were probably going to make it back to 3-3. But it's a second goal for Victor Moses. It's 4-2 Chelsea, and that's the way it ends. Our first loss, I believe, of the series, and Chelsea pick up the points at their home stadium. It's a huge loss as well because we've needed the 3 points. We haven't picked up the 3 points, and Chelsea walk away with it, so that's going to send them even further up the table as well. No, I won't answer any press conference questions, but some great news as Harry Maguire is returning to the squad, but some bad news also because Harry Maguire is returning to the squad. Also some great news is Diallo Traore is now a Manchester United player, but is joining us in January. So I went and talked to Atalanta. I was like, I want to make a deal, gave him £1 million, and they were like, all right, we'll accept that deal. Shook hands with the player, and now he's going to be joining us in January. Evertonians, welcome to Old Trafford. Welcome to the Theatre of Dreams. Welcome to what a big club actually looks like, even though Everton are actually one of the richest clubs in the Premier League. Moving on to our lineup, you can see David De Gea makes his starting goals. We've got Williams back in the team. Harry Maguire makes a return as well. Van der Beek is actually starting this game. This is a chance to prove that he is worth putting into the squad. Greenwood, the same for him as well. Let's go get that win, boys. As you can see, we get the first chance of the game as Donny van der Beek plays it into Fernandes. Down that left-hand side to Marcus Rashford. I see you, Cavani. Pop into the middle, bang, and it's a goal. 1-0 Manchester United against Everton, and they just can't stop us right now. They won't stop us. We are unstoppable right now at Old Trafford, and that's the kind of football we play as Donny van der Beek plays it into the middle. Fred plays it off, and Bruno Fernandes with an absolutely fantastic finish to make it 2-0 Manchester United. And I said we're unstoppable. He is definitely one of the most unstoppable players in this team right now, and look at the agility of those legs, boys. You just can't stop him. And another player that you just can't stop is Donny van der Beek, as he plays the ball over the top into Marcus Rashford, who makes it 3-0 Manchester United, and we are running away with it. And let's just take a second to witness and admire that ball over the top from Donny van der Beek. It was Pogba-esque, you could say, as he played it through into Marcus Rashford, but that's where the fun ends, as Everton got themselves an opportunity. Traore with a little bit of skill, a little bit of bad defending from me as well. A 1-2 pass, and they made it 3-1 through Traore, and the Frenchman has picked himself up a goal against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Not a bad thing to put on his resume, and he's a very good player in this game, by the way, as he gets his second opportunity of the game, and David De Gea having to pull off a save, and I was done there, simulating the rest of the game. See you later. I'm out of here, boys. We end the result 3-1. Not sure if this is a mistake or an actual glitch, but as you guys remember, we won the game 3-2 against Crystal Palace. We beat Leeds United 6-1, and then we went ahead and lost to Chelsea 4-2 before beating Everton 3-1. None of those are clean sheets, but when you look at the clean sheets in the table for the Premier League, Manchester United under David De Gea have one clean sheet out of those 4 games. Am I missing something here? Oh, and after we just got Maguire back, Eric Bailly is now injured. Bruh. Southampton is the next game though, and Southampton is about to feel the wrath of Manchester United as we go to their home stadium to try and prove that we are the best team in the Premier League. And it started off pretty well, alright? Manchester United got into the game as soon as possible. We got ourselves a goal within the first few minutes. 21 minutes in, Daniel James, I was going to call him David again. Daniel James gets himself a goal, and then we got a second goal through Bruno Fernandes, but Southampton were not going to sit down and take it lightly. They got themselves a goal back. All we had to do is hold on. In the 91st minute, as they made their way forward down the left-hand side, moved it to the middle, then played it back to the left. Nathan Redmond, of all players, made it 2-2 against Manchester United, and there was no time for us to make it back, and that was the way the game ended. Champions League football for Manchester United this year, though, and Champions League football is what we will give you at Old Trafford, and our first game in the Champions League comes up against the German giants that go by the name of RB Leipzig. Same owners as Red Bull Salzburg, I believe, by the way. Kind of put their names together. The owners are kind of taking them over, but as you can see, we've gone out there with a second team slash first team. We've merged the teams together. I also gave a debut to Galbrandt, I think it is, that little youth player that we have in the Manchester United setup. He is going to be playing this game as well, and he did pretty well for the first half. However, they did get the first chance of the game. Little lob from them, and David De Gea, equal to it, knew what he was going to do, and we keep the ball and keep defending well. They get themselves a second opportunity of the game, played into the middle. Are they going to get the goal? Of course they're going to get the goal. No, David De Gea had other ideas. I know you were like, oh, they've scored again. It's 1-0 down for Sonny again. Nope, it wasn't meant to be, as David De Gea pulled off 2 world-class saves, but it is inevitable that they are going to score. They get themselves another opportunity, and you give them chance after chance after chance, and they will score one of them, and that happened to be the one that they scored. But we are Manchester United. We're going to try and get straight back into this game through Anthony Martial. I got an option running through the middle, but I also have Marcus Rashford running on that left-hand side, running at that far post, and he puts it in to make it 1-1 and bring Manchester United back into the game. RB Leipzig trying to get back into it, but we're just putting on the pressure now as Marcus Rashford moves down that left-hand side. We've got 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper opportunity. I square the pass. Not sure why I did that, but we had the opportunity to score, and the defender was on the line to make sure it didn't go 2-1 Manchester United. Another opportunity as Martial plays it into Bruno Fernandes, and I shake the post, crash the post. Some say that could have broke the post, but it didn't, and I made a mistake. Maguire with the pass, and I played it straight to them, and posting down that left-hand side, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he chips it in, and you're going to see a lot of that. Dinks on Legendary happens so many times. I'm not sure why, but it does, and it's 2-1 Leipzig, but we weren't going to sit down and take that. Like I said before, we are Man United. Wan-Bissaka with a beautiful cross, and it's him at the far post again. Marcus Rashford has been our captain, and there's a reason he is the captain, as he makes it 2-2 to bring us back into the game. And we're going to hashtag that comeback as we come down the right hand side again, and he's at the far post once again to put it into the back of the net, and it is 3-2. Bruno Fernandes this time getting in on the action. He is doing the bees knees, boys. Those crosses are beautiful, by the way. Those RB crosses. Not sure why they put them into the game, but they are beautiful. We make a save with David De Gea, and it bounces straight back to them. And I was so disappointed because we were playing so well, and we had the opportunities to make it even more as well. And then they had another opportunity coming through the center of the park. Bad defending from me once again, and they make it 4-3 at Old Trafford in the Champions League. Can we bring it back though? Bruno Fernandes with the ball, plays it into a goal out off the bench now. Bruno Fernandes once again, and we missed the opportunity to try and bring it to 4-4. And that is the way the game ended. Our first Champions League game in the career mode series for Manchester United, and we lose it 4-3. A 7-goal thriller for the neutrals. A post-conference is needed afterwards, but I couldn't answer any questions. Paul Pogba tried to cheer me up, saying he was ready to play in the next game, but that is the reason we had to play some second team players, because of the next game, and Paul Pogba will be in the squad for that game, because we go back to Old Trafford, back to our home ground, back to the theatre of dreams, to play Manchester City in the Manchester Derby in the Premier League. We've got a very, very strong 11. We've got Williams playing this game. I felt like I went a bit defensive. I need someone who's going to get forward, and Williams is going to be that guy down the right hand side. Greenwood comes in for Martial because Martial hasn't been playing too well for me. Cavani back in the lineup as well. Can we pick up the victory? We're going to try. That's the main point here. Greenwood on the right hand side, even little bit of skill, tries to play it in. Not sure what I was doing, but Man City nearly bottled it. We tried to put the pressure on, and then all of a sudden they broke down that left hand side, and look at the pace of Raheem Sterling here. Beautiful ball into the middle from Kevin De Bruyne, but Raheem Sterling's pace is so much that he came from his own half to play it into the middle, back to De Bruyne, and they've made it 1-0 within the first few minutes of this Manchester derby, and we are 1-0 down. They didn't get themselves a second opportunity. I defend it well. It's good save from David De Gea, but we're going to do exactly to them what they just done to us. We're going to break on them and try and pick ourselves up a goal as Fred plays it down the left-hand side into Marcus Rashford. Use that pace, son. Get forward. Move your legs. Come on. Fast, fast, fast. Moving forward. Marcus Rashford cross. Bang. Bish, bash, bosh. We are now at 1-1 in the Manchester derby, and it is not even the second half yet. Literally, only 38 minutes into the game, and we are at 1-1 in the Manchester derby as Brandon Williams attacks down the right hand side. He's got players in the middle. He picks out Mason Greenwood, and Edison equal to it. Knew he was going back across goal, but Manchester City were on it like a bonnet. Bernardo Silva with a beautiful ball over the top into Raheem Sterling, and after getting an assist, he could smell blood in the Manchester United defence, and he's dinked one into the back of the net. And I told you were going to see a dinks, but I didn't think you'd see that. Raheem Sterling shushing everyone as he runs towards the halfway line. Man United weren't going to sit down though. We are Manchester United. We get it down the right hand side. Mason Greenwood takes the shot, and Edison makes a save. It's now 1-1 between those two. We're going to get a third opportunity here as we get it through the middle of the park, play it out on the left hand side to Fredinho. Big save again from Edison. He's keeping us at bay right now, and you can see me getting angry. I was telling him, move Cavani into the middle, and that's exactly what we done for the corner as it came into the middle, and it's now 2-2. Manchester United back in this game thanks to Edinson Cavani from the corner, who I think was crossed by Rashford, by the way. I'm pretty sure I took Bruno off as a substitute to bring in Pogba into that cam role, and it's a huge goal for Edinson Cavani, and it's going to end 2-2 between Manchester United and Manchester City in the Manchester derby. And you know what that means? It means Manchester United are back as a top 6 club. We've now lost to a top 6 club, and we've beat a top 6 club, and with press conferences coming thick and fast, you can believe I am going to talk about the positives here. I'm going to talk about how we came back from 2-1 down to 2-2. I'm going to talk about how Manchester City have so many great players in their club, so many good players in their midfield and in the defence, but we still managed to get past that and score 2 goals. And I also messaged Pogba to tell him he was great in that game, and I want to see more of that, please. Moving on to the table, you can see we're sitting in 6th right now, but only 2 points off Tottenham Hotspur, who sit top of the table right now with 13 points. It is going to be a close league this season, looking at the table boys. Literally every team in the league has points at the moment, and you could see a little bit of a relegation battle happening. You could see a title chase happening, a little bit of title challenging between maybe 4 or 5 clubs, which is going to be very, very competitive. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, you know what to do. Go ahead and smash out the like button down below. If you guys want to see Amad Diallo Traore, go ahead and smash out the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. All those links in the description down below. Twitch.tv/BrosGotGame if you guys want to watch the live streams, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.